Carol, you've been very lucky in life. That's what a stranger told me last week. Just because I was waiting for an Uber at the mall entrance, wearing nothing more than a basic white t-shirt and jeans. The difference? My skin was flawless, and my hair was styled simply, but with that finish, that makes all the difference. I'm Carol, welcome to Lucrative Elegance, where we transform elegance into something profitable for your life. If you want to learn the secrets of how to look rich while being middle class, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and leave that like, because what I'm going to share today can literally change how people perceive you. And if you're a traveler who wants to be elegant and sophisticated around the world, don't forget to check out my ebook, Be Elegant While Traveling: Global Etiquette for the Sophisticated Traveler. The link is in the first pinned comment. There's a stark difference between being rich and looking rich. Jennifer Aniston, for example, revealed that her morning skincare routine is simply soap and water. No $1,000 products. Nicole Kidman confessed she uses Aquaphor, that cheap moisturizer you can find at any pharmacy. But Carol, how does this work? Because the secret isn't in the price of the product you use, it's in consistency and basic personal care. Healthy skin is perhaps the most important aspect of looking rich. Even with all the perfumes and makeup in the world, poorly cared for skin cannot be hidden. I'll tell you a story that made me understand this once and for all. I was at a photography equipment store downtown, wearing what I call the invisible uniform. Traditional jeans, basic white t-shirt, white sneakers, simply tied hair, and a leather bag without visible branding. Nothing that screamed, "Look here, I'm rich." The salesperson came up to me and asked, "Are you from here?" I said yes. "But why didn't you send someone to buy this for you?" I laughed and asked what made him think that. His answer was surgical. "Your skin and your hair." Guys, I wasn't even wearing makeup, just concealer, no mascara, eyeshadow, blush, nothing. And my hair was simply tied in a very tight ponytail. But these two elements, consistent skincare and well-finished hair, were enough to create an impression of sophistication. Because the trick to looking rich isn't about expensive pieces, but knowing how to use what you already have. And this literally starts with your skin. The first impression nobody tells you about. Celebrities like Jennifer Lopez credit their radiant skin to a collagen-rich diet. But I'll tell you a secret. You don't need expensive supplements. Priyanka Chopra has a homemade recipe that works like magic. Equal parts yogurt and oats, 1 to 2 tablespoons each, with turmeric, 1 to 2 teaspoons. Mix, apply, leave for half an hour, and wash with warm water. Yogurt and oats have scientifically proven benefits for the skin. Studies show that yogurt face masks help retain moisture, make skin brighter, and maintain elasticity. But Carol, what if I don't have time to make homemade masks every week? Perfect. Nicole Kidman's routine is cleanse, moisturize with the right product for dry skin, and religiously protect with sunscreen. She reapplies sunscreen several times a day. Simple as that. The expensive hair secret. Want to know why my tied hair caught attention? Because it wasn't a sloppy weekend ponytail. It was an intentional ponytail. Always have a go-to hairstyle. Contrary to what we see on social media, nobody wakes up with a messy bun that looks cute. My trick is simple. When I tie my hair, I pull the strands well in the opposite direction before tying. This creates that sleek effect that looks professional. It takes 30 seconds longer, but the difference in the result is striking. Always, always keep your hair clean. You can never hide an oily scalp, no matter how many diamonds you're wearing. Have dry shampoo in your bathroom cabinet for emergencies. The mathematics of middle-class elegance. Now let's get to what matters. How to put together looks that convey credibility without breaking the budget. Neutral colors like black, white, beige, and navy are the foundation of an elegant wardrobe. A monochromatic look always seems more expensive, especially all-white looks. But there's a detail nobody tells you. Adding a leather belt can instantly elevate any outfit. Even a basic t-shirt and jeans look gains sophistication with a good belt. There's an unwritten law of elegance: less is more. You don't need diamonds to look rich. Use basic accessories that don't fade easily. Keep it simple and elegant instead of big and flashy. You are the center of attention, not your accessories. The fabrics that betray your budget. Some fibers simply look cheap and don't fall as well on the body as natural fibers like wool or cotton. Natural fabrics like cotton, wool, silk, linen, and cashmere tend to have better drape on the body and exude a more luxurious feeling than synthetics like polyester, nylon, and rayon. The trick is simple. Always check labels and look for at least 70% natural fibers. Even a $50 cotton t-shirt will look more expensive than a $200 synthetic blouse. Investing in quality fabrics like silks, pleats, and bouclés adds an air of sophistication to your look without requiring elaborate styling. Posture is worth more than clothes. Here's the secret that rich women know but never tell. The difference between looking rich and being rich is style and attitude. You don't need a huge bank account to give an aura of wealth and success. Always be polite even when nobody is watching. Treat everyone with respect and kindness. Arrogance has nothing to do with looking rich and elegant. Remember to look people in the eyes. Be attentive in conversations using your body language. The mistake everyone makes. Using flashy logos can sometimes hurt an elegant look, taking attention away from the overall ensemble and making it seem more about brand than about style. True elegance is discreet. If you want to wear a piece with a logo, choose a statement piece, like a designer belt, a bag, or a scarf, and keep the rest of the look discreet. This creates balance. Maintenance, the hidden secret. Maintaining your clothes is essential for an elegant and sophisticated look. Make sure your clothes are clean, pressed, and well cared for. Nothing looks as luxurious as a perfectly pressed shirt. You don't need to go to the dry cleaner. Just invest in a decent steamer. Shoes are a vital component of your overall look. Leather shoes, bags, and wallets create an aura of wealth. Keep your shoes in perfect condition, polishing them regularly, and storing them properly. The secret formula: 70% basics plus 30% investment. Creating an elegant and expensive look isn't about wearing luxury pieces from head to toe. It's about finding a balance between sophisticated and affordable pieces. Start by identifying key pieces that can anchor your look. It could be a designer bag, a silk scarf, or a pair of well-crafted leather shoes. These pieces don't need to dominate your entire wardrobe. One or two well-chosen pieces are enough to make a significant impact. The final test of elegance. You know how I know this method works? Because we all have friends who we know are broke but look rich and elegant. They're always impeccable and organized. They never have money for a Starbucks. But the vibe they give off is pure elegance and sophistication. On the other hand, we have friends who we know have money but look tired and simple. They have money for valet, but spend hours looking for a parking spot 10 blocks away from their destination. The truth about beauty investment. Whether through spending money or time, invest in yourself to improve your self-confidence. You'll see that over time, you'll become the person you want to be. And because you know how much work was necessary in the process, you'll value yourself more. And that's the definition of confidence. So, before making a monstrous investment in a luxury brand, do good skincare. Before investing hugely in a white silk shirt, have a quality t-shirt in your closet. Before making a monstrous investment in an accessory that you think will be the big difference in your outfit, take care of your hair finishing. This will certainly convey a much richer, refined, and sophisticated image to other people than any brand you're wearing. Because in the end, it's not what you wear. It's how you wear it. It's how you are. It's how you carry yourself. True elegance comes from within, but manifests through the care you have for yourself. It's about consistency, not about price. It's about attention to detail, not about ostentation. And remember, every time you forget to take care of your skin because of the rush or prioritize an aesthetic procedure, instead of going to a dermatologist to effectively care for your skin, remember this video. I'm sure this will positively impact the way you're perceived in the world. The body language worth millions. Now let's talk about something no brand can sell: your presence. Truly rich people have one thing in common. They move differently. They're never in a hurry, never tapping their foot impatiently, never checking their phone every 5 seconds. Their movements are smooth, deliberate, and unhurried, as if time bent to them, not the other way around. It makes perfect sense. When you don't need to strive for opportunities or prove your worth, there's no need for nervous energy. Rich people maintain firm and relaxed eye contact that signals quiet confidence. They don't avoid your gaze out of insecurity, but they also don't overdo it in an attempt to dominate the conversation. It's that kind of calm and confident presence that comes from experience. The secret of millionaire posture. When standing, keep your feet firmly planted on the ground, shoulder width apart, and distribute your weight equally on both legs. Rich people don't shrink. They don't cross their arms tightly, don't hunch their shoulders, nor make themselves smaller in a room. Instead, they take up space, but in a way that seems natural, not forced. For us women, the average distance between feet is less than 15 centimeters, but 15 to 25 centimeters for men. Widening your stance can help you appear more powerful. There's a trick I learned from observing sophisticated women, the Wonder Woman posture. Both feet firmly planted on the ground, chest out, straight back, and hands resting confidently on hips. Use this posture before important meetings to boost your confidence. The detail nobody teaches you. A firm and secure handshake exudes confidence and authority. It's not about crushing the person's hand, but about conveying, "I know what I'm doing." Your handshake should be firm, brief, and accompanied by confident and firm eye contact. When women get nervous, we tend to comfort ourselves by touching our hair, touching our face, or adjusting our clothes. These movements will be perceived as very feminine and will take away your professional power. The old money technique that changed my life. Have you heard of the old money aesthetic? It's about quiet luxury, traditional fabrics like tweed, cashmere, neutral colors like beige, cream, navy, and olive. Unlike the new money style, which leans toward flashy logos and trend-driven fashion, the old money look is about timeless elegance. The old money aesthetic is about presenting yourself as sophisticated and refined, both in appearance and behavior. It's about quality over quantity, tradition over trend. Think of Princess Diana. She embodied this aesthetic perfectly. Her fashion choices were a testament to timeless elegance. She elegantly wore tailored suits, sophisticated dresses, and chic casual wear, always prioritizing quality. The mistake that makes you look desperate. Some people try to impress others by talking about their achievements, their connections, or their expensive tastes. But those who are truly rich and comfortable with it don't feel the need to do this. Instead, they listen, completely, attentively, without interrupting or waiting for their turn to speak. They make eye contact, nod thoughtfully, and respond in a way that shows they really heard what was said. The golden rule of the rich wardrobe. Building an old money wardrobe starts with basic pieces that can be mixed and matched, and that look comfortable and well-made. Think classic pants, neutral-colored blazers, and soft sweaters. The 2025 Old Money sees subtle updates, gender-neutral elements, sustainability, and mixing high and low, like combining a vintage Chanel blazer with high-quality unbranded pants. The investment that's really worth it. If you want to build a wardrobe that will stand the test of time, invest in high-quality fabrics, impeccable tailoring, and classic designs. Choose pieces, shoes, and accessories made from natural materials like wool, cashmere, cotton, and leather. These materials age beautifully. Avoid fast fashion and passing trends. Instead, prioritize craftsmanship, hand-finished details, precise stitching, and heritage brands that maintain generations of excellence. The truth about investment versus appearance. Remember the story I told at the beginning? The salesperson didn't notice my expensive clothes. He noticed my consistency in basic care. This is more powerful than any brand logo. Patience and long-term perspective characterize old money people. They have a long-term perspective on life and are willing to invest in assets that appreciate over time. The protocol of discreet elegance. Financial prudence. Although they may have substantial wealth, old money individuals tend to be cautious with their spending and prioritize saving and investing. They value experiences and relationships above material possessions. It's about cultivating a lifestyle that values quality over quantity and embraces discreet elegance. Old money isn't about excess. It's about quiet confidence, impeccable taste, and a lifestyle rooted in tradition and excellence. My final formula for you. So, summarizing everything we learned today, 70% basic personal care, consistent skincare plus well-finished hair plus confident posture, plus 30% strategic pieces, natural fabrics plus neutral colors plus impeccable cut equals 100% rich look. What not to do? Don't use flashy logos. Don't exaggerate gestures. Don't rush when walking. Don't neglect basic care for expensive products. Don't try to prove anything to anyone. What to always do? Maintain consistent skincare. Invest in confident posture and body language. Choose quality over quantity. Maintain firm but relaxed eye contact. Listen more than you speak. Keep clothes well cared for and pressed. Remember, true elegance whispers luxury instead of shouting it. It's about creating a presence that speaks for itself without needing external validation. And every time you forget these principles, come back here and watch this video again. I'm sure this will transform not only how you're perceived, but how you feel about yourself. Because in the end, looking rich isn't about having money, it's about having class. And class, my dear friend, cannot be bought. It's cultivated. A big kiss and see you next time.